What's up, guys? Just like the title says, we're working on a Ford Transit Connect. This is a 2022 model, and I found a lot of videos for replacing the transmission fluid on a full-size Ford Connect or Ford Transit, but I didn't find really any videos or any information on the smaller Ford Transit Connects. So I'm going to make this video real quick and show you how to change your transmission fluid. All right, so we're going to catch you up with what we've done so far. All we've done is just taken this little felt skid plate off the bottom of the car. It's just like 7 or 8 little torque screws that are holding it on, and just take all those off, and then the thing just comes right off. We've also got it jacked up on the driver's side, and we've got a jack stand underneath the car, so it's not, we're safe and everything. We're not going to have any issues. All right, so the first thing that you need to do is we need to take this air box off. So just undo these clips here, and then there's this little clamp on the throttle body. I'm gonna have to loosen that. These hoses are a little disconnects, so on this top one here, just press in on those tabs on each side and pull it straight off. This one back here is the Ford special on quick disconnects, so just push it out. It's spring loaded in there, so just push against the spring pressure and then pull straight off. And then you gotta disconnect your mass airflow sensor. Just pop that lock out, push the tab, slide it right off. And then this thing should, careful, don't pull it by this because you don't want to rip that rubber boot right there, so just wiggle it off. All right, now there's the reason we do this is because there's 2 different transmissions that could be in these Ford Connects, either a 6-speed or an 8-speed. And this is how you tell. I'll put on the screen, while you're watching this, I'll put whatever version this one is, but here's how you tell the difference. And here's why it's important, because the way that we refill it is going to be either a vent cap or a vent hose right here. And I'll correct myself on the screen if I'm wrong, but I believe it's the 8-speed. There's this vent tube that goes back there, and you got to take that off in order to refill it and everything. And you need to take this off before you drain it too, because if you don't take that off, then when you drain that fluid, it'll cause a vacuum in the transmission, and it could potentially damage some internal components. So it's just a little butterfly clamp right there. All right, so I did have to take the rest of this air box out. There's no more screws or anything, but you kind of have to, this air hose that connects to it, you just unclip it right here and kind of lift it up, and then this air box is held in by these little rubber grommets, and they just pop in and out of place. So you just lift up on this air hose and then wiggle these and pop it right out. Sorry I didn't video it, but I figured that was better than nothing. Now we can get my 200-year-old pliers in here. These clips are nice because they just clip right into place and they hold themselves open. But be careful when you're messing with these, because those have a tendency to not be held together, and if you touch them with your finger, they'll come off, and when they pop your finger, it hurts like crap. So I wouldn't really mess with these with your hands. I would just handle them with your pliers. But we should be able to pop that thing right off. There we go. So now what that does is that creates a vent, so when we drain it, it doesn't create a vacuum on this transmission. And also when we go to refill it, that's the port we're going to refill it from. All right, so this is the bottom of the engine and transmission. This is where that felt cover was. Now that it's taken off, the whole thing is exposed. This right here is your drain plug. So it's a 14 millimeter. I just got my electric ratchet down here, and we're going to break this thing loose. Not very tight at all, so make sure and take a note of that. Don't over torque this thing when you go to put it back on here. I'll put the torque specs on the screen right now, but don't over torque this thing. You strip that thing out, and it's just gonna make a whole nightmare. Whew, that's hot. That's another thing. Before you do this, you want to make sure and drive this truck around and get everything up to temperature so that when you go to pull it out, all the fluid's real thin and it comes out. So look at that. That transmission fluid is burnt. Whoo, buddy. All right, guys, this procedure is supposed to be done on a lift so that the whole car is level. You get every last drop of that transmission fluid out. We don't have access to a lift because it's in your driveway auto, not in your auto shop auto. So what we're going to do to offset that is I left the other side on a jack stand so it doesn't crush my oil pan. But I'm going to come over here and I'm going to lift this side up. And I'm going to get it to where the left and right of this car is fairly even so it all drains out. I got to go up a little bit more. There we go. All right, so I'm going to let that finish draining out. You can come up under here and see. This is why you got to level it out, because that stream was completely gone a minute ago, and now I leveled it out and there's more fluid coming out. You want to get as much of that fluid out as possible. Now, if you want to take it a step further and make sure it's absolutely perfect, you can lift up all 4 tires and put them all on jack stands and everything and just have the whole car lifted up on jack stands. But for our purposes right now, we're just going to do these front 2. All right, so now it's pretty much drained out. So we're going to go ahead and put this drain plug back in here. And then, like I said, I have to go get my torque wrench real quick, but I'm going to put the torque specs on the screen for you again so that you know what to torque it to. Oh, geez, guys. All right, so this is why you always want to use a jack stand. Look at this. I didn't use a jack stand on this side of the car, and it resulted in a dead cameraman. This car fell and done killed my cameraman. Just kidding, guys. No cameramen were hurt during the making of this video. All right, guys. So we got our tranny funnel here, and then it calls for the Motorcraft MERCON LV transmission fluid. So I'm going to go ahead and start putting it in here. But I think everything I saw online and in the service manual said that this thing called for 4 quarts. So I'm going to I got 5 quarts here with me, and I'm going to put 4 quarts in it first, and then we'll check it and everything. And if it needs more, we'll put more in it, but 4 quarts should be fine. Oh, and I forgot to mention, but you remember that place where that vent tube was? This is what I was talking about us refilling it. So just put your funnel down in that vent right there. That's where you fill it from. All right, so now that we got 4 quarts in here, we're going to go ahead and we're going to check it. But before we can check it, we got to put all of this back together because we have to check it while it's running. So we have to put all this crap back together, check it. If there's not enough in it, we got to take it all back out and then put more fluid in there. So let's just go through that process real quick. Okay. Let's put this vent tube back on here. Remember, keep your fingers and your hands away from this clip when you release it, all right? But to release it, just push down on this little tab on the back. Ooh, on the back here. Hey, it worked. All right, let's get set up here. All right, we got to put the air back in. Good, put all this back together. Just got to make sure all these little rubber grommets line up. There's 3 of them. One here, or sorry, there's one here, and then one here, and one here. All right. Just make sure they all line up. There we go. And then just push down on each one individually. That way you can feel each one of them pop in place and you know they're all stuck where they're supposed to be. Then clip that little hose down. Put this dude back in. And then put this dude back on. These little, if your disconnect on this one is stuck like this, just push it back in place and then you can push it straight down. Sorry, the lighting's not very good right now. It's getting dark on us. There we go, much better. All right, so we just pushed that one down. Now we're gonna push this one down. It clicks. This MAF sensor, it'll click and then push that lock down. And then last thing, all we gotta do is tighten this clamp right here up. All right, guys, so now before we can check the fluid level, we need to make sure and get this fluid circulating throughout the transmission so it's at the proper level when we check it. So go ahead and crank it up. And then it's just like a regular transmission. Whenever you replace the transmission fluid, you're gonna go down into reverse. You're gonna go down through each gear and then back up. But you gotta, the service manual on this vehicle says to stop for 10 seconds at least in each gear. All right, so now we got this driver's side tire off, and we're gonna, the drain plug, or not the drain plug, the check plug is right here. All right, so if you look right there by that CV axle, let me get you in there. That right there, that's a 10 millimeter Allen key, okay? So the process is, while it's running in park, and after you run it through all the gears and everything, you want to take this plug out. What we're going to do is take this plug out and see if the transmission fluid runs out at all. And if it runs out, that means it's overfilled. We need to let it go all the way down until it stops running out, and then put the plug back in there. For this, you do want the whole vehicle level, so you want to jack up the back wheels also. But we're going to let that run all the way out until it stops, and then we'll put the plug back in. If we take the plug out and it doesn't run out, then we're going to have to undo all that stuff under the hood, put some more in there, and do the whole process over again. Woo! There we go. All right, you good. All right, guys, so one dead cameraman and one busted knuckle later, we got this thing done. So it was right at about 4 quarts is what I put in there. I just used 4 quarts. I'm going to take the 5th one back to the store. But it was running out a little bit. There was a little bit of seepage coming out of there when I took that drain plug out. But since it wasn't a lot, I just put it back in there. I figure since we're not on a lift and it's not exactly perfect level, I figure that's probably about where it's supposed to be, just to make up for a little bit of error in our jack stands here. So, all right, so the service manual, I'm pretty sure if I'm wrong, I'll correct it on the screen right here. But if our memory serves me right, the service manual said that this is supposed to be done every 90 to 95,000 miles. So make sure you do it on time. The reason this one was black and it was having some trouble shifting and everything was because we're at, what, 198? Yeah, we're at 98,000 miles. These transmissions are pretty finicky, so they want to be done right when that service interval says. So they're really particular about that on these vans. So make sure you do it at about 90,000 miles, 90, 95. I'd probably do it at 90,000. So anyway, I hope this helped, guys. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe for some more.